How's it going, everyone? In this video, we're gonna get into changing out the front brakes on this H2 Hummer. Before we do that, we wanna make sure we secure the rear. Then we're gonna move to the front and place the jack in the proper position. With that being said, this is New Touch Auto. Let's get into the tools that we'll be using to complete this process. I'll be using these brakes that I purchased from O'Reilly. Now, these are ceramic brakes that I'll be placing on a 2005 SUT H2 Hummer. Inside this box, it comes with 4 stainless steel tools, and these will be used for the brakes, top and bottom. Also, you have 4 brake pads. These are ceramic coated, so you have the option to choose whichever you like. They're for both left and right side, so they come as a pair. The tools I'll be using to remove and reinstall the brakes are an air torque gun that's run by a compressor, 18mm socket, flathead screwdriver, a brake compressor tool, and a hammer. After removing your tire, you want to angle it in a direction that's going to be easier for you to remove this bolt and this bottom bolt down here. Now, I have room so that I can get my 18mm socket in, and with that, it's gonna give me room to be able to take it out easier. You're gonna remove the top one, and then you're gonna go for the bottom one, and you're gonna remove that also. Once you have them removed, you're gonna have 2 of them. We're gonna be re-greasing these later, so we'll just put them to the side. Then you wanna take your hammer. You wanna pry it open. Take your time. Rotate your movement from top to bottom until the brakes wiggle off. Once you do that, you want to place some at the bottom so that your brake caliper doesn't fall and damage your brake line. After placing your brake caliper in a secure position, you want to go ahead and remove your brake pads. You may need some assistance because the brakes may be stuck to your rotor, and you can use a flathead screwdriver to assist you to remove them easily. If you're forgetful, place your brake pads in a position to where you'll remember to put them back on. You want to take your flathead screwdriver and then you remove your clips. You have one at the top and you have one at the bottom. When replacing the hardware clips, you want to make sure that the wider end is always on the inside of the brakes. Once you remove your old brake pads, you're ready for your new ones. Make sure that you have your ceramic side on the outside, and you want to kind of wiggle it in. Take your time because it may not be as easy as it looks. Now, the next brake pad that you install is going to be a little bit more trickier than the first one. What you want to do is kind of angle this one in, then you want to get it inside and squeeze them together. Then you'll be ready for your next step. This step will consist of the compressor caliper tool. Before you do this, you want to go up under your hood. Remove the top to your brake fluid reservoir. What I'll be using is a fluid pump tool because your brake fluid will go in reverse after compressing your brakes. Now let's move on to the brake compressing tool. You want to go from left to right. It's optional that you can use an old brake pad to do this, but you want to do it in one motion. We'll be compressing it all the way down until it's compressed all the way in so that we can slide the caliper over the brakes. If you have any trouble placing the caliper back over the brakes, that means you haven't compressed it in enough. Once you get it in and you seat it in properly, you can remove anything extra in the area. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and grease both bolts. You don't want to put it in the tread area. You just want to grease the smoothing area, like so. Place them back in and proceed to screwing and bolting them down tightly. After bolting everything down properly, you may have a little wiggle, but that's normal. Now you're all set to place your tire back on your vehicle and you completed the process. Thank you for watching.